Okay, Bjørn, we're here in Denmark. You're doing a rehearsal, Music in Space. You're going to have your world premiere. How does it feel?
It feels really good. I mean, we have moved instead of being a rehearsal room, we've been there so much. So we have just moved it out to the smallest of bars. So we have like 9 square meters to perform in. It's really tiny, but it's real life. How do I feel? I mean, very soon it's premiere. It's only a week from now, and I'm super happy. Everything is under control, and I'm pretty happy. I think it's gonna be cool.
Everything is under control.
Everything is under control.
We're talking about a world premiere.
Yeah, but I've been planning it for a while, so I'm pretty calm and confident. So the only thing that's not under control is, as I said before, if we're doing all this and nothing is happening, that's my only concern. I'm not really concerned about my own show. I mean, I used to play in a punk band for 10 years touring the world, so I've had, just in South Africa, just this spring, I think the first 3 concerts in South Africa, 3 big concerts, we had a power break, so there was absolutely no electricity. For my first concert in Soweto, bang, the light was off. But what happens, then you take your percussion player and you move it forward on stage, and you play some percussion solo and make everybody sing a song, and you improvise. I'm from jazz and I'm from punk, so I'm so used to improvise, so I'm not really concerned as long as we're happy.
But you just said you're from punk, and this is different. I mean,
and jazz.
The audience, punk and jazz.
Yeah.
But here the audience, people are thinking about the green transition and climate. How is your cooperation with people around you, and how are people receiving the message?
I think, in general, the whole Music and Space project is really good, starting a debate, because I come there with my balloon and satellites and all the equipment and stuff, and then all the lyrics is about environmental. I mean, when you hear at first sight all the songs about Bjørn and Gaia, it's just love songs. So we'll come here with our small love songs, but then you find out, oh, it's not about love songs, it's actually about him and her, and she is the planet and he is the population. Suddenly it makes sense, and it starts a lot of discussions. When I was in South Africa, we had some panel discussions where asked, so what about climate change? The one thought it was witchcraft, and no, it's not. It's climate change. It's happening. It is real. And it's just starting, it's really good at starting a debate. And of course, I know it's extremely difficult to make people change their habits. But if you do it every day, newspaper articles, music, and one of the cool thing about music is you can actually sing a song. So, save our planet. And you don't think about it, but then you walk around singing Save Our Planet.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, oh, Gaia, she's on fire. I mean, suddenly what music does, it sneaks into your brain and say, and suddenly you have all these words and sentences, and you hear it in the background, and suddenly it works on a subconscious level, and I love that. I love to be spy going into people's brain.
But you've also, it's not witch doctors and stuff you've been talking to all the time. You've been talking to astrophysics, former commissioners, psychologists. How do they receive the whole concept?
Oh, they love it. It's funny because the more intelligent people are, the more they love it. So
that's a good sign.
So it's a good sign. So I think the more woke and aware people are, and of course that's cool, but that's not really our audience. It's also our audience to go into those, but our audience is also to take the whole discussion out of the echo chamber and just make people who are not so aware and not so woke suddenly come to, perhaps that's just okay, I have to do something. I had a point where I couldn't look myself in the eye, and I had to quit my job and quit my apartment and quit everything and buy an old farm and stuff like that. There's a tipping point. There's always a tipping point, and that's interesting. And I don't think of myself as the tipping point for every people in the world or something like ridiculous like that. I see myself as just one little drop in the ocean, and I'm doing my duty to make, to get us onto the right path. And I'm just gonna do my share. And people are receiving the music very well, and I'm so happy I'm not playing in a punk band anymore because people really like this pop rock thing, whatever it is. And it's really amazing. So
well, I'm sure Gaia is applauding big time.
Gaia is applauding, and I've been touring with this music now in Africa and in Caribbean and US and pretty much all kind of strange places, and people like it and they receive it well, and I'm treated very well, so I'm very happy.
And now it's the premiere in a province full of hillbillies. I mean,
I think that's perfect.
Perfect.
In the middle of Denmark, it's Middelfart, right?
Yeah.
So it's a city in the middle of the middle of the middle of Denmark. So I love that.
Yeah, I think center going to space.
Yeah, and there's a good atmosphere around it, and people are cool, and I have a nice team around me, and we're doing the right thing. And I mean, it can be rain, it can be thunder, we can have electricity, power breaks. We're gonna survive and do it because we're on a course, and this is just one stone out of many. So however we're on a mission and nothing can stop us, and we're not gonna stop. So so we take it with a smile, and of course we have very high hopes, and there's a lot of things happening and a lot of activities. 35 choir singers, there's underwater, people coming underwater, actually performing underwater, while a guy is talking about a fish on stage, I guess. Where we have a jam, and then there's Rena Malan from Sverige. We have live performers from South Africa. We have live performers from Nigeria on stage, online via Zoom. And I mean, it's a massive show. It takes so long time to. And then there's the balloon and the satellite connection, and what happens to the balloon. And we just got a sponsorship with Iridium today with extra satellite phones and stuff like that. But I mean, what happens if it's in the water and we have to rent a boat and get there? And I mean, things can go so terribly wrong, but it's part of the art. I love it. I used to cut vinyls live for many years at Roskilde. I'm used to disasters. So sometimes you make beautiful art, and sometimes it's gone, and we have no idea.
Best wish. I mean, we're looking forward.
Part of the art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Gotta do it.